Hello and welcome to Google Docs project number 2. So on this one, you're going to build a resume. The two main things that we're trying to kind of show off in this tutorial slash project are working from a template and exporting a document to a PDF, which is a special kind of document that can be sent over the internet. And I'll explain how these things work as we go along. Here's the project link. We're going to open that in a new tab. This is the video that you'll be watching. It'll be right here. And here is an example file that you can look at. This is one that I made up for myself to use as an example. So I filled it in. It's a little bit skimpy. I didn't include all the information that I normally would in a resume. But this is kind of what we're looking for, something like this. So, creating a document from a template, working with and exporting to the immutable portable document format, or PDF. So, what is a PDF? A PDF has two really important qualities. One, it is immutable. It is difficult to edit, so changing it makes it making it hard to change the file makes it great for important documents that you need to make sure are going to get from your computer to somebody else's computer without being edited by anybody else. The other cool feature of PDFs is that they look exactly the same no matter what screen is rendering it. So this is a fairly strong guarantee because every PDF viewer has to be compliant with Adobe's requirements, their requirements for the document format. So, so how you set it up in Google Docs is how it's going to look on a phone screen, a tablet screen, a laptop, a Mac, a Windows computer, whatever. So here's how we do this. First, you want to go to your Google Drive. And mine is going to go to the wrong Google Drive first. So we'll go over here. And here is mine. I'm going to go into this where I already have a version of it already completed. And this actually, the example file is this one right here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a new Google Docs, but instead of creating a blank one, you're going to go over to the little chevron on the side and then say, I want a template. So you're going to create the document from a template. Scroll down a little ways in the template gallery for the resumes. So there's 5 in here at the moment, and I don't know if they're planning on adding more resumes. One thing that Microsoft has is a much vaster library of templates, but I think that part of Google's philosophy is to keep the number of templates that are available for users to a manageable level rather than being overwhelmed by a billion possibilities. Hey, here's a nice subset of very perfectly serviceable document templates, and you don't have to worry about picking the right one. So I'm going to use this one right here. This is the one I used in the example. Really simple. You just click on it, and then it opens and automatically saves it in your Google Drive. So, unlike in Microsoft Word, this is just text right here. Microsoft Word gives you little things called document controls that you can type over, and then they just delete themselves. This doesn't have that advantage, and it's fine. It still works. You can see where things need to be replaced. So to replace something, you just simply select it and then type over it. Here's another thing. Maybe I'll replace this with my current job title. And then fill this in with your contact information. For this, you don't have to use real contact information. You can use fake stuff, but this isn't exactly going to be shared over I'm not going to share this with anybody else, so your information will be relatively protected. Try to fill this in. You don't have to be truthful. You can use fake information, but make sure that you get rid of all of the placeholders. That there is none of this dummy text. This stuff right here, this lorem ipsum dolor sit omet, is actually what's called Lipsum, which is a tool used by typesetters to take the place of text so that you can see what it'll look like formatted when the actual content doesn't matter yet. So it's a tool for building the formatting without worrying about what the actual words are going to be. So fill it in with real information, with false information. I will say, if you do plan on using this document as your resume, make sure you run it by a career counselor or somebody on campus that knows about resume building before you actually use it. So that you don't, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want you using a half-baked resume that we use for a project in computer apps. This is just to get you used to the idea of using templates. So for this one, you might say where you currently work. I work for LLTC in Cass Lake, Minnesota. I am the IT instructor. And then say I worked from 2014 to present. I'm not going to make you watch me fill out this whole thing. And then a description of your job. I teach computer stuff, So, and then you can fill in the side. So this is actually set up as columns. So this is something you could actually do yourself. You can create columns using the format tool. Go to columns, and I guess they have it disabled in this template. But this is how you would do it. You would create the column and then slide it over, so you get this cool little sidebar over here instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my completed one, which I think is this one. Yeah, so this is one that I completed a little bit ago. And what I want to show you is how to upload it to Canvas, or how to create a PDF. So, like I said, the PDF is an immutable document that renders the same on all screens. Those are the two primary qualities of the portable document format. It's maintained by the Adobe Corporation, or I should say the PDF standard is maintained by the Adobe Corporation, but pretty much anybody and everybody uses it to create these kinds of documents, a document that can't be changed. So basically what you do is you go up to the File menu, you say Download, and then you download it as a PDF, and it will download to your computer. Download to your computer, and then I'm using a Chrome-based browser, so it'll come up like this, and I'm just going to save over the previous one that I downloaded, and there it is. So it appears on a Chrome or Chromium-based browser. You'll have a bottom bar that will appear with the file. I think if you're using Firefox, a little thing appears up here where you can download the file. It'll be a little down arrow, and you can just click on that. So what you can do is go back over. So now it's a PDF. So if I open it, it'll open in my web browser as that file. But I want to submit this to Canvas. Now you can I'll leave it as an option to upload it to Canvas as a file upload. But I'll also, so you can just upload it as a file straight from, and my downloads bar is gone now. So where's my downloads? Come back. Yeah, so this is all my stuff here. Okay, so show in folder. So I'm gonna re-download it so that I still have that bar. So you can open it up and look at it if you want, but if you want to just upload it straight to your Google Drive, you can do this. File, download, PDF document. And we'll wait for that to pop up. We'll overwrite it again. And then I just want it down here because I'm going to show you a trick. If I want to upload it straight back to my Google Drive, I can go in here and then drag it from here into Google Docs, or into my Google Drive, and then the file will appear in there, and then I can upload it from there. And then you can add it to Canvas in the same way that we did all of our other homework assignments. So that's how you get it into your Google Drive. That's how you make sure that you don't lose it. I'm going to delete it. And that's it. So submit it as usual to the project here. You'll see your submit button up top here. And then, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye.